What's going on, faithful? What's going on, Nothing But Niners family? It's your boy 49ers Breezy, and I'm here to bring you the afternoon lunch special edition of the 49ers Mock Draft Live Interaction Fan Show. I know that was a long title. I have to get it out. I'm not even sure I said it right, but that's how it came out. That's what it is. We're going to do a live fan interaction show. Shout out to my boy Nick. Man, he did a crazy show with my man Dre last night. It was a great show. Dre had a bunch of great picks. He had some sleepers in there, some people that made me go and research, man. Shout out to my man Dre. Your picks were awesome, man. Great to have you on the show last night. Continue to do what you do. Continue to put out that good content, man. We truly appreciate you here at the Nothing But Niners family. Before we get this show started, let me go ahead and kick off all the formalities. All right, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down there, man. When you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and lets everybody know, the fans know that we at Nothing But Niners are doing what we are supposed to be doing, bringing you nothing but that great content from Nothing But Niners family. All right. You guys can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. That's at Nothing But NERS, Nothing But Niners, man. Make sure you following us on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's Nothing But Niners, all spelled out, the full phrase, the full term, Nothing But Niners. Man, we have our own website, nothingbutniners.com, man. You can stop by there to check out all the latest articles, all the latest things that we're doing in the community. Support the Nothing But Niners family. We truly appreciate each and every one of you at what you're doing. If you feel you need to get in contact with us via email, that's our email right down there, NB9NERS at nothingbutniners.com. Make sure you shoot us an email. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And nothing but least, make sure you are following us at Nothing But Niners on Twitter, and make sure you tune into our shop. Man, we got our own shop now, man. It's shopnbniners.com. Right here, man. I'm rocking that exclusive Super Bowl joint, man, where it talked about us being the champs, the NFC championships. Make sure you go ahead and get that hat. You see, I'm rocking the hat to rock the NFC championships. We do have hats that are going to be available real soon. We got our designer getting on some NB Niners hats. So make sure you stop at shopnbniners.com to get your latest apparel. Shout out to all those who have supported us on Nothing But shopnbniners.com, who's been buying things, man. We've been selling those hot girls hoodies and all those things like that, man. We can get mugs. We're working on sweats. We're working on a whole bunch of apparel. Now, we got the formalities out the way, and I most definitely want to introduce to you our special guest on today. We're going to do this show. We're going to keep it under 1 hour. All right. So we're going to bring in my boy, Marco, and he is going to be the general manager on today's show. He's going to have 7 selections. There's no trades that we're going to be doing in this particular draft day. We're going to pick all 7 selections. So we got 13, 31, 156, 176, 210, 217, and 245, man. Yeah, I know those by heart. Don't ask me why. It's just what I do. All right. So we are going to get my man Marco in here right now. Shout out to my boy Marco.
How's it going? How's it going, man?
Yeah, man. Welcome, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day doing this show, man. I truly appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
All right, so this is my first time doing a fan interaction live draft show. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to share my screen, and I'm going to share the entire screen, and you let me know. I know it looks crazy, but we're going to bring up the draft, okay? And then we are going to get started. I'm going to sign in. We're using first-pick.com, where we're going to do our NFL draft selection. This is going to be our mock draft simulator. I kind of like this draft because it kind of gives you grades and things like that. So
they're great. Their grading system's a little everywhere sometimes.
It's definitely everywhere, but I think it's like the value you're getting for like the pick. So like, let's see if they went down. I think it's the value you're getting for your pick. So it's like, if you get an offensive lineman, you could have gotten like the first round or whatever like that, and you get him in the 3rd round, I think they give you like an A or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It is super weird. Nonetheless, we're going to rock with this joint and see what we got going. All right, man, we're selecting our team. We're the 49ers. As you can see, those are our picks. Now, what we'll do is we'll skip straight to our pick. All right. Since we're not making any trades, we got the 13th pick in the draft. We'll skip straight to the pick. You let me know which position you want to go. I'll let you know what the best remaining are available. Like I said, you might get a higher grade if you pick someone that should have been picked already. That's kind of like I think how they grade. I'm not sure. So let's see at the 13th pick. Let's see who has already been drafted. So far, we had Joe Burrow going to LSU, number 1, Chase Young to the Redskins, number 2, Javon Kinlaw
at 3.
Went 3 to the Lions. All right, Mekhi Becton I didn't expect the Giants to take an offensive lineman right there. Tua went 5 to the Dolphins. Justin Herbert 6 to the Chargers. AJ Spencer, who's probably the best edge guy in this draft, went to the Carolina. Oh, they made a trade. Wait a minute. Oh, they're traded. All right. The Buccaneers, I think, traded. So the Jets moved up to 7. The Buccaneers are at 8. They drafted an offensive tackle. Makes sense. They got to protect Tom Brady. The Jaguars took Jeff Okudah. The Browns took Clavon Chasen, another edge from LSU. I believe the Jets took Derek Brown. They moved up or traded with the Panthers, one or the other. And then the Raiders took Isaiah Simmons, which means there are some pieces on this board, and I am so super psyched to see who you feel like you're going to rock with.
All right, for sure. Let's go best remaining available real quick. See who we have on the board.
Let's check out the best remaining available. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Now, what position do you want to draft at 13? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, what do you feel like is the biggest need for the 49ers? I mean, is it quarterback? Is it tackle? Is it wide receiver? Like, what do you feel like is the need position?
The need position. I mean, you have to say receiver just because our receiving core wasn't as great as it was in the beginning of the season. So, like, you have to kind of say that. But then with DeForest Buckner leaving, that's an all-pro defensive tackle leaving. So you kind of have to look for, do you have that dude on the team?
Yeah.
Or do you need to pick someone up? Like my go-to guy at 13 is Javon Kinlaw, but he's off the board. So I got to go look for someone else now to replace a position. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's fair. That's super fair to say. All right. So let's see if you can see these picks. And this is who they have best remaining available. All right. So I can see some cornerbacks. I see tackles up there. I see CeeDee Lamb up there. Henderson's up there. Henry Ruggs is up there. Jerry Jeudy's up there. These are the top 3 receivers. Justin Jefferson's up there. Top 4 receivers. You got some guys up here, man. Like, before you just draft your selection, you are on the clock. So let's get that going. Who are you drafting at 13? The pick is in.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma University.
All right. I like that. So we're gonna pick wide receiver CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma University. Hey, man, is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down pick out there, you guys watching? Is that a thumbs up? Marco went wide receiver CeeDee Lamb from Oklahoma. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Whichever one I get first, I am going to play that sound effect. Let me get a thumbs up or a thumbs down from the fans out there. I personally like the pick. I think we need a wide receiver. I'm not sure if I would have went CeeDee Lamb here. You know, I'm a big Jerry Jeudy guy. I'm a big guy I'm big on running routes and things like that, man. So I think you're getting the thumbs up for the CeeDee Lamb pick. So hey, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. Talk to me about CeeDee Lamb, man. Why did you choose him?
Well, CeeDee Lamb, man, everyone goes with Jerry Jeudy being a great route runner. I think CeeDee Lamb is really undervalued when it comes to route running. When he's running his routes at top speed, he's probably up there with Jerry Jeudy. Now, when CeeDee Lamb gets the ball in his hands, he ain't coming down. Like, that dude's so hard to bring down. You've seen it when he was freaking getting every yard after catch he possibly could, lowering his shoulders. Now, when it comes to Jerry Jeudy, my thing is I like dudes who like to lower the shoulder and get the extra 2-3 yards, because like it's a game of inches in the NFL, and if you don't get that extra yard, you're you know what I mean, you have an extra 3 yards to get next play, and CeeDee Lamb gets you that. And then again, like the contested catches, I think my boy Jimmy G, I think he would need something like that. I think he needs someone he could throw it up to. I don't see Jerry Jeudy being that guy he could throw it up to and go get the ball. CeeDee Lamb, I think for me, is Kyle's guy. I don't see it being Jerry Jeudy just because of the combine numbers and everything, how he tested out. I think that's going to play a little factor in the back of Kyle Shanahan's head.
So you think Kyle Shanahan's going to pay attention to a slower 440 time or a 3-cone drill opposed to film, like what he's seen?
So what happens is you look at the film, you're like, damn, this dude's good. And then when he goes to test and he shows like he's not that good, it's like, oh, damn, all right, now let me go back to the film. He's playing hella in the slot. So as you're looking at it, you're like, all right, is this because he's playing in the slot and he has the advantage? So when you're playing in the slot, you can break in or out. It's harder for a DB to cover that. You have two things you got to worry about. So when Kyle Shanahan's looking at that, I was like, okay. Then he goes back to the combine numbers. It's like, damn. So it's one of those things for me. I kind of look at that as like, all right, now you have the advantage because you're not even the best receiver on your team and you're lined up in a slot.
I hear you. With Jerry Jeudy, so you're saying Jerry Judy's a slot receiver?
I think he's more of a slot receiver. He can line up outside, but I think he's more of a slot receiver.
Okay. All right, man. I like the pick, man. Keep that moving. Let's go back. Let's get on back to.
I'm not gonna lie. I was tempted to go CJ Henderson right there.
Woo. See, I would have had to fight you on that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing like that. CJ Henderson would have been a good pick, man. I'm not sure if I would have took him there. All right. So we have the 31st pick also in the draft. So let's go ahead and skip to our 31st pick and let's see where you go. We're gonna see who's available. But let's see who got drafted since 13. All right. All right. So we got Kenneth Murray, if I'm not mistaken, going to the Cardinals. You got Andrew Thomas going to the Broncos. You got Trayvon Diggs going to the Falcons. Diggs actually surprised me because he didn't even test at the draft, and he looks like he's a hot second cornerback getting drafted in this particular draft and this mock. You got Yader Gross-Matos going to the Cowboys. Defensive end Wirfs drops all the way down to 18, going to the Dolphins. Jerry Jeudy, Raiders, 19. Neville Gallimore to the Jaguars, defensive tackle to replace you know who. Henry Ruggs, Eagles. That's a funny pick. Like, I can see him replacing Deshaun Jackson like it's like clockwork. All right, CJ Henderson, that's your guy, man. He went to the Vikings. He went to the Vikings at 22 to replace Trey Wayne, so that makes sense. Let's see. Zach Bond, outside linebacker, goes to Patriots. They always draft the outside linebacker, and then they trade him like before the contract year. Like, this is what they do. Saints draft Justin Jefferson. I can't imagine another wide receiver weapon on the New Orleans Saints, man. That's got to be kind of scary. Cesar Ruiz. Yeah, man. Cesar Ruiz goes to the Vikings at 25. Laurie Cushenberry, center, goes to the Dolphins. So the Dolphins said, I'm going to protect my quarterback. They got a quarterback, and now they got lines to protect him. They didn't get him any weapons, though. Seahawks draft offensive tackle Ezra Cleveland. They finally get a tackle for this guy, Russell Westbrook. Ravens draft Xavier McKinney. I don't want to see that happen. Xavier McKinney going to the Ravens. Strong safety. Titans draft Christian Fulton, cornerback out of LSU.
And that's my guy.
My boy Mike, man. They got your boy Mike. They got your boy. They got T. Higgins, man. They get T. Higgins. We are on the clock. The 31st pick. Let me know when your pick is in. I will cue the sound.
Let's go ahead and go. Show me the best remaining available real quick.
Okie dokie. Let's go back here.
See, this is a reason why I kind of wanted to go defensive side of the ball because you have that 31st pick and there's so many guys on the board.
That could fit this offense.
That could fit this offense. So I kind of wanted to go defense, but you can't pass up CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. I mean, there's times where I do go, the only dude I like right there at 13 is my guy, man. He went number 3 overall, Javon Kinlaw. He's the best interior defensive lineman in the draft coming out.
So you feel that way even with the injury report?
What injury report came out?
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he has like tendonitis.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, just we deal with a person that suffers with tendonitis as we speak. You know what I'm saying? And it hinders him. So I just wanted to know. All right, we'll save that for another show. So you got AJ Terrell out there. All right, you got Ashton Davis. You got some safeties. You got an offensive tackle. You got more wide receivers. Cole Kamet is there at tight end. Where do you think the 49ers go 31? Remember, we don't pick again till the 156th pick in the draft, which is the 5th round. So we got to be, we kind of got to be on point. Like this particular pick should be playing right away.
So we're losing DeForest Buckner. We're losing a pass rusher. I'm going to have to go at the bottom of the list.
You want to see pass rushers available?
No, let's go D tackle. Let me see D tackles.
All right, so let's go to the D tackles.
I kind of have an idea where I'm going to go, but
I kind of have an idea where you're going to, bro. Let's get to the D tackles. I know your guy is gone. That's everybody's fan favorite. But here's some guys we got left, all right? So they got Ross Blacklock, projected to go in the 1st round, and everybody else is 2nd-round material. Raekwon Davis is there. He's another high motor guy.
So
inside and out.
Ideally, I think this is either Niners have to draft. They have to trade down somewhere in the draft. Ideally, it could be at 13 because you still get the extra. You're gonna get more value for 13 than you are 31, and you're still gonna get a top dog. So at the end of the day, ideally, if they do go receiver at 13, they have to trade back at 31. But in this today, we're not doing no trade, so I'm gonna go ahead and go defensive tackle out of Texas Christian University, Ross Blacklock. He's gonna step in and be a good pass rusher for the San Francisco 49ers for the next future, alongside my guy Nick Bosa. Let's do it for the next 4 years.
All right, man. We just drafted Ross Blacklock, defensive tackle. Let me get a thumbs up or thumbs down. First one I see, that's the reaction we're gonna get. Tell us a little bit about Blacklock.
So Blacklock, he's in the run game. He's not as stout in the run game, but I'm not worried about that because I'm bringing him in his first year. The first year he's going to come in and be a solid pass rusher. I need someone to rush the passer. The run game. I got Julian Taylor. I got DJ Jones. I got dogs that could fill that run support. I'm gonna need him to come in and rush the passer. And he's gonna step in right away. And we're going to have a solid defensive line for the next 4 or 5 years with him and Nick Bosa.
So I'm not sure, man. I'm getting these are some of the responses we get from the fans, man. So somebody says you're a terrible GM. Don't worry, I've heard that before from myself. Then somebody says they like the pick. I think it's split 50-50. Man, I'm going with the first reaction that I got. I'm not sure if the terrible GM meant because of this particular pick. So I'm going to go with the sound effect of the
thumbs down.
I'm going to go with the applause.
You want applause? Okay.
They weren't specific enough on you're a terrible GM. I didn't know what that meant. Didn't know if they didn't like your first pick or your second pick. So the second thing I got was I like it. So we're going to go with that sound, man. I like Russ Blacklock, man. Look, I was big on this guy until I started watching a lot of film on Ken Law, and I still like him. I think he's a solid defensive tackle. My only concern is we have some defensive tackles on this board, right? We have some on this team, and it's like, do we need to draft another defensive tackle right now at this position, or is the cornerback position more addressable? Like, do we need to address the cornerback position? And this comes down to you're the GM. You decide. I just know for me in my head, it's more like, man, like what do I feel like we need opposed to like what we have had. I feel like we have about 3 defensive tackle rotational pieces that we can. We've been signing guys to 1-year deals. I'm just concerned about the cornerback position going into the 2021 season when none of them are going to be on the books other than our boy Jimmy Ward. So I'm like, maybe we should go that route. But if your guy's not there at 31, I understand why you went this route, bro. I like to stop the clock. I like the holes in there. Talk to him.
See, so at the end of the day, when you need a quarterback, but the way the NFL works, it's all politics, man. So if you take someone in the first round, you have to sit my guy, Emmanuel Mosley. You have to. You can't take a dude in the first round and then not have him play. You know what I mean? Like in reality, is if you take there's players in the NFL, they get drafted in the first round. They're not the best player on their team at that certain position, but since they're drafted in the first round, the fans want to see them on the field. So now if I draft, let's say I also draft AJ Terrell, but he's not better than CJ Mosley, then it's like, damn, I just wasted a pick when I'm trying to get back to the bowl and win it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the So at the end of the day, I need someone who's going to help me win now. And I think Ross Blacklock is a lot better pass rusher inside than what we have on the defensive line.
So you think he's better than DJ Jones?
Pass rushing, yes. He's pass rushing, he'd be better than DJ Jones. I mean, DJ Jones didn't get a lot of opportunities, but he did what he needed to do when he got his opportunities.
Okay.
Now,
I would just like to see both. If we did draft Blacklock, I would like to see both of them paired on the inside, have Armstead on the outside on the base downs, then bring in D Ford, slide in freaking Armstead onto the inside, and then have Blacklock on the inside, because if he gets drafted 31, he's playing the whole game. So this will be good for DJ Jones, who's recovering from the ACL, so like from the injury. So this would be good to give him a break on that inside. So I actually like this pick. I'm gonna be honest.
At the end of the day, you have to keep. All right. At the end of the day, when we lost D Ford and you've seen Armstead snaps go up, Buckner snaps go up, our D line started regressing.
Yeah, man.
It started regressing. So I need someone who's gonna be able to help step in and take snaps, man. We haven't really seen Julian Taylor. He's coming off an ACL injury. I hope that injury is coming back good. We have Contavious Street, who he hasn't seen the field much. Kevin Givens, he's an undrafted free agent, so I don't know what I'm really gonna get out of him. We see what he can do in the preseason, but let's see what he can do now in the regular season. Solomon Thomas, he hasn't lived up to his hype at the 3rd pick overall. So if the 49ers think he could do it, then I mean, he took 51% of his snaps inside last year. That was the first time he took over 50 in his career. He did have a solid season, not a number 3 overall pick, probably about a 3rd, 4th rounder. So we'll see what we have there, man. But we need that pick needed to be addressed.
Yeah, man, my boy JD Hawk Hater, man, he said that DJ Jones had an ankle injury, which he's correct. It wasn't an ACL.
I said Julian Taylor. My bad.
Yep. And he is fully healthy now, and he is ready to ball out. Like he has said, he is ready to ball out. And that guy is mean. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see what it's like. So that's why I'm just not sure if we go defensive tackle there, only because of the rotation and the depth that we have at that position. But here's the thing, man. The depth at that position all got hurt. So I understand your theory and your logic. They're all coming off injuries, right? They're all coming off injuries. So I definitely understand your logic. All right, man, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and skip to the 5th round, all right? And I'm not going to go ahead and share all the picks that got picked before the 5th round. So we're just going to go ahead, skip to the pick. We are at the 10th pick in the 5th round at the 156th pick. All right. Here you can see our needs. We need an O tackle. We need a guard. We need a cornerback. We're in the 5th round now. So you got your defensive tackle. You got your wide receiver. You got A's for both of those grades. So good job to you on that. Where are we going with this position in this pick?
Let's check out to see what tight ends are there.
Oh, I know tight ends. My bad.
Yeah. I know. Kyle Shanahan wants to upgrade that tight end room.
Thaddeus Moss is available in the 5th round, guys.
Who is?
Thaddeus Moss. Randy Moss. That's
intriguing.
Huh?
So that's intriguing. He's a good player. That's really intriguing. I want to see who's there though, because there's some players I've been watching. I'm like, okay.
I have my favorite tight end in this draft, and I'll share with you who that is. It's not Thaddeus Moss though. It's the tight end out of UCLA.
Oh yeah, I like him. Aviada?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go to tight ends. Let's see who you got. Let's see who's available. All right. So I can tell you right now, Colby Parkinson, I've been watching. The dude from UCLA, Asasi, I think that's how you say his name. Jacob Breland from Oregon is available. We've been watching him. Sean McKeon from Michigan, great blocker, can run straight routes. He's an excellent blocker. And then you got that wild card, that Thaddeus Moss guy who has hands because he is the son of the legendary Randy Moss. If you go tight end, where are you going?
Let me go ahead and see the screen real quick. I like to match names with schools. That's how I usually watch schools, and that's what I jot down. And
so, what do you need to see?
The full screen. If you could say, I think the fans want to see the screen as well, so they can see who's on the board.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
There we go. Didn't know you couldn't see the screen. All right,
you there? Fine. Yep.
Is it there? Can you see it?
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
Perfect.
So we got tight ends. Okay, I see. All right, so Let me go ahead and check out the DBs. What DBs are on the board? With
All right.
corners. Let's go check corners.
Let's go to cornerbacks. I definitely understand your logic in the tight end. I definitely would like to give George Kittle some help. Just to, All right, so who we got? We got AJ Green, Harrison Hand, John Reed, Kendall Vilder, LeVar Hill from Michigan, Levante Taylor from Florida State. I know if I was picking in this round, I would probably go with the Reggie Robinson dude.
Yeah, Reggie Robinson's nice.
But that's me. And we're in the 5th round. So
and I have two fifth rounders, so I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Do you feel like addressing the cornerback position here is more important or addressing the tight end position?
I'm John Lynch, man. I'm in win now mode. Let's go to tight end, man. I'm in win now mode. I need Kyle's telling me in my ear, hey, I need more offensive weapons. So you need more offensive weapons, I'm gonna go and get you one.
All right. Let me know when your pick is in. I'll cue the music. You can make the announcement.
So we're gonna go ahead and go tight end out of UCLA, Asiata.
Yes, my guy. Hold on, the pick is in. Do. Woo! Hey, man, talk about this kid, yo.
So the San Francisco 49ers, I don't know if you all have seen, but he has met with the 49ers via video chat, I believe. So this tight end, I believe he transferred.
Yes.
I believe he transferred to UCLA. He hasn't been that much of a receiving threat until last year. He started stepping up as a receiving threat. He's a hell of a blocker. He stepped up. He's a good blocker. And I think that's what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch like about him, is now they can go ahead and throw him and George Kittle, and you don't know which way we're going to run the ball. Or we're going to do play action, and you don't know which one's coming out to run or pass. I do like him. Sorry about that. I can't see him and George Kittle being a 1-2 punch, and him being George Kittle's go-to guy.
I'm getting a lot of thumbs down, so we're gonna have to give you the boo on this pick. All right. So
at the end of the day, it's not about the sexy pick, man.
I want you to explain that. And here's the thing. I don't think that cats understand or know who David Asiai is. All right. And I don't think they've watched film on this kid. I'm just gonna break it down, and I'm not selling you guys this pick. You guys can have, if you were drafting the tight end here, you guys can have your own thing. I think the reason why you're getting a lot of the boos, and they can correct me if I'm wrong, is Thaddeus Moss was available, but you went this kid. And here's the thing, I actually like this kid. I would have actually picked him over Thaddeus Moss, and here's why. His blocking is superb. Okay, not only is his blocking is superb. Think about the New England Patriots when they had Rob Gronkowski and they had my boy Hernandez. All right, that's that 1-2 punch from a tight end position where you could run that 12 personnel, and cats would be like, "What the heck is hitting me?" When you have him. Love Ross Dwelly. Think he's a good, piece right now, but they can definitely upgrade at the tight end position and give your boy George Kittle some punch. And here's the thing, I'm not saying that Thad Moss isn't way better. I just like what the kid can do. He has hands. Thaddeus Moss is nursing an injury, if I'm not mistaken, something. But I'm hoping that heals off. This kid is not bad. Like that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. Really good.
At the end of the day, too, when I'm looking at Thaddeus Moss, he I don't want to say it, but he gets hyped up because of his last name, man.
Hey,
I don't want to say it, but I had to say it because I'm getting a lot of thumbs down, and everyone's saying Thaddeus Moss. But Thaddeus Moss, he's 6'2". He's not fast. If you're 6'2" at the tight end, you have to be fast, man. You have to have a little bit more speed than what a 6'5" or 6'4" dude is, because he's able to box you out a little bit better. I do understand Thaddeus Moss has really good hands and he has good route running, but to me, I'm going to go the better athlete, the better run blocker, and the better overall player rather than last name height. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, we got Moss's son. Randy Moss is going to be a Niner fan for the next 4 years. I don't care about that, man. I'm just trying to win some games.
No, man, I hear you, man. I think that's a good pick, man. Good pick, man. Let's go ahead and skip to this next pick in the draft. We are up to the second, fifth round pick that we have in this draft. Now, you done address tight end, you address the wide receiver position, and you address the defensive tackle position. Those are three needs that we need. You address those positions. Where are we going next? Because I'm thinking we might want to check out these cornerbacks. But where do you have in your head, Mr. Lynch? Where do you want to go next?
So I'm gonna go ahead and do corners right now because I was thinking corner last round. I felt like I could get better value for the corner position at my next pick in the fifth round.
Man, you have some good some picks that could have. I like some of these guys, man. Who you got?
So I do like. I don't know if any of y'all know. I do like Florida State Levante Taylor. I do like him, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with.
Wait,
Reggie.
hold on. Is your pick in? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me cue the music. Marco picked it in.
Cornerback out of Tulsa, Reggie Robinson the second.
Yeah. Now I can't wait to see the responses on this pick, man. I like this kid, man. Talk to him.
So I've watched Reggie Robinson a little bit. Let me go ahead and bring up my notes real quick, just so I could kind of. So Reggie Robinson's a 6'1" corner. He's doesn't have the longest arms. But I don't think you need the longest arms or you don't need that big of a corner to play corner in the NFL. He has the size and length, but that dude got his ball skills, man. He goes after the ball, and that's what I did like. So when I look for a corner, we need someone to take the ball away. I mean, we had more interceptions than we had the season before, but that dude's a damn ball magnet. Every time I watch him, he's around the damn ball, either breaking it up or getting the interception, man. It's ridiculous.
Man, I totally agree. For him to go to be this late, and you got your thumbs up on this one, man. You got your thumbs up. For him to go this late in the draft, I don't know, man. That bothers me. I'm wondering why. Because I watched this film, and this kid is a ball hawk. Okay, like at the cornerback position, like he finds the ball, he breaks up the pass. He has great hands, like he could play wide receiver. He's just probably, not tall enough or whatever. But this kid definitely has the skill when it comes to the balls. Pause. So I'm definitely like, I'm wondering, like, I love this kid at cornerback. I think this was a great pick. So there's a couple of DBs and secondary guys I got going late that I'm hoping drop to the fifth round. You know what I'm saying? I know we don't need a safety right now, but again, my boy Tart is going to be off the books next season. I probably would have picked in these 2 rounds. I probably would have went Jordan Fuller if he was available. I think they got him projected going in the 3rd round or something like that. But Jordan Fuller would have been. I'm drafting anybody with the last name Fuller if they're related to the same bloodline. I'm sorry, they just have ball skills. All right, I definitely love this Reggie Robinson pick, though, man. This was definitely a great pick, man. Good job on this one.
So on this one, I gotta say that dude. He's a bigger corner at 6'1", but that dude plays fast.
Yeah.
He does play better when his eyes are on the quarterback. So in that zone scheme where he could similar to how Richard Sherman does, how he sits right here, he's reading down the quarterback. He has that ability. So now when I see him come in and get mentored by Richard Sherman, it's like, okay. And that's a steal of a draft pick because Richard Sherman could try to mold himself in Reggie Robinson.
So here's the thing that I like about you, man. I noticed what you did here, okay? I noticed how you didn't address the sexy pick of the cornerback and the end of the 1st round because you said your reasoning was I can't start him right now. I got Mosley starting, I got Sherman starting, I got Weatherspoon at depth, I got a couple of other DBs at depth. I need somebody that I know that has skills that I can put in on certain packages, but that will improve under the development of what I have on my team. And this could be a Richard Sherman protege right here playing. He plays well on press. Did you talk about his press coverage? He plays well on man press. He plays zone well. Like, this kid isn't highly picked to go projected high in the draft, but I definitely like this kid at this value, at this pick. I think this is a steal. I think this would be your sleeper steal pick right here.
Mm-hmm. It would. Honestly, it would. And there's someone mentioned in the comments 6'1", 205 and that Eric Crocker likes him. Eric Crocker is the one he mentioned his name, and I was like, damn, let me go throw on the all 22 film real quick. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. And I started seeing what Eric was talking about. I was like, damn, if the Niners get this dude in the 4th round, instead of getting one of the top first or second round corners, they'll be fine.
Yeah, man. If they could get him in the 5th round, like I said, it would definitely be a steal. There's a couple of DBs I feel like could be a steal. There's a couple of wide receivers too I feel like could be steals later on in this draft. So this was a great pick. We got 3 more picks, man. We got the 6th round pick and 2 7th round picks coming right up. Just, man, one more time, man, make sure you guys make sure you hit that like and subscribe button right there, down there at the end of the joint, man. This is my first time doing this type of a show, so I got screens all over the place. I'm hoping you guys are interacting, from your homes. Well, Marco was doing a great job, man. Thank you for coming on at such short notice. I truly appreciate you. Let's get to these picks right here. This is where you're going to break. This is where you're going to make your draft. This is where you're going to become a GM, like a well-known GM, because you're going to say, hey, in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, I got some ballers on this team. All right. So you ready? You ready to attack the 6th round, brother?
Yep. Let's get it, man. Let's get get it.
Let's get it. All right, man. We skip it to the 6th. We're going into our pick in that 6th round. We'll scroll down. All right, man. This is what we got so far. All right. CeeDee Lamb went 13. Ross Blacklock went 31. David Asasi went was our 5th round pick, first 5th round pick. Reggie Robinson, the 2nd, was our 2nd 5th round pick. We are now on to the 6th round. Do you think it's time to address the offensive line, or do you feel like you got some other routes you want to go?
Let me go ahead and check out the offensive guards, see who's still there.
Oh, we going to the big maulers. Let's go.
See, a lot of people say like, oh, we need to go guard 1st or 2nd round, or we need to trade back to get guard. But I mean, everyone says that, but then everyone goes and says, oh, Daniel Brunskill is the future guard. Like, okay, if Daniel Brunskill is the future guard, then why the hell do we need to take someone in the first 2 rounds at guard?
Talk your stuff, bro. Now,
like,
do you feel like he's the future guard, or do you feel like he's just a stop and gap type person?
I mean, he has the ability to be the future guard as long as he adds the strength, and I think he's going to add that this offseason.
I think the strength is there.
No, he needs a little bit more, man. He's a little more, but there's not much to add on that part. But I'm gonna go ahead and check to see who we have out.
All right, man. This is who they have still projected to go high. All right, so you got Justin Woodward, Gage, Cervenka, John Runyon, Keith Ishmael, Kyle Murphy, Sean Pollard, Simon Stepaniak, Steven Gonzalez, Trevor Wallace Sims, and Tyre Phillips.
Okay. Now let's go and change the position. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go. People might hate me for saying this, but let me see what receivers are on the board.
Ooh. See, I'm always big on doubling up on receivers. Uh-oh. Too many people must be using first pick. Let's see if we can get that back. If not, we'll just relog back in. It automatically picks up.
Yeah, it usually saves it.
Yep. All right, we're still at our pick. We're at the wide receiver positions. We got Aaron Fuller out of Washington, Aaron Parker out of Rhode Island, Benjamin Victor out of Ohio State, Darrell Stewart Jr. out of Michigan State, Isaiah Coulter out of Rhode Island, Kendrick Rogers out of Texas A&M, Omar Bayless out of Arkansas, Courtney Davis out of Texas A&M, Quaz Watkins out of South Mississippi, and Quintez Cephas out of Wisconsin.
Hey, how's Courtney Davis still there, man?
I have no idea.
It's a wrap. I'm making my pick right now.
Hold on. Is the pick in?
Oh, the pick is in.
Talk to him, Marco.
Hey, we're going receiver Courtney Davis out of Texas A&M, I believe, right? Yep.
Texas A&M. All right. The 49ers have doubled up on wide receivers in this draft, just like they do just about every other draft. Talk your stuff on Courtney Davis. Let us know who he is, what he's about, and we're gonna check with the chat if they like this pick or not.
And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna like the pick. It's not that we have other positions to address, but when the value's there, you have to take the value, man. You have to. He's one of the best route runners in coming out. He's right behind the top dogs at route running. This dude he's a beautiful route runner. Beautiful. Like when it comes down, he knows how to hit your blind spot, break back in, or do whatever he wants. 6'1". He did run a little slower 40, which dropped him. It's going to drop him a little bit because he plays a little faster than that, but his time's slower. Let me go ahead and go to my notes I have.
So I think fans like this pick, man. I think that was the first joint I see. I know Niner by Nature 88 got his comment. I posted his comment because we're gonna talk about that really quickly. But I got an applause for this from the fans. I think they like this, man.
And what stood out to me is when I turned on the Alabama film, he was beating those corners up. And when you're beating those corners up, it's like, okay, I know Bama has good corners.
They do have good. We know they have good corners because we was trying to draft at least one of them suckers in this draft, right?
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So like I know he has the ability to play the slot. He has the ability to play outside. His route running is beautiful. For me, I think he's gonna go third round.
Okay.
Second, third round. So grabbing him we're in the 6th round right now. That's a steal. I don't care. I see that we saying that y'all gonna go with 10 receivers in camp, but at the end of the day, okay. Trent Taylor coming off five toe surgeries. We have Dante Pettis. He's in a doghouse. So if he comes out of the doghouse and he kind of like muscles up, then we have even more. The more the merrier at receiver, because then now you have Kyle Shanahan doing crazy things, man. We have Jalen Hurd coming off a back fracture. He supposedly, there was rumors going around that he might have retired, that he was thinking about retirement. Matt Mayoko threw that around. And then who else do we have? We have Deebo Samuel, Kendrick Bourne. I think he would be able to be that after Kendrick Bourne this year, he would take in and play that slot position easily.
I like that. So here's the thing, man. I like the pick. Me personally, I'm doubling up on wide receivers. And here's why. I'm a big guy when it comes to making sure you have the best talent on the field at all times. I don't want to see anybody ever again on this team like in the doghouse. It's unfortunate. So I think that Kyle and John drafts up a plan where they say, you know what, we're gonna bring in some competition. We're gonna draft some young guys, and guys got to make the squad. And I don't think there might be one wide receiver on this team that made the squad, and he's still got to get better. He's still got to get better at running routes. He's still got to get better without fumbling the ball. And that's Deebo Samuel. So if he's our best, like we need to bring in talent to make the guys be better. I think someone in here posted iron sharpened iron. That is true, man. That's scripture based. That is what it is. And I think that's what we do. I think Kyle knows what guys he wants. It's John's job to go out there and make sure that they're available to get. I like this pick. I think Courtney Davis, just for the fact that he was available here in the 6th round, I think that's a steal. Like you got some steal picks, man. Some picks that I don't think people have been paying attention to film about. And can you imagine? And he's a dog too. So like
he's dog, bro. There's times I'm like,
he's a dog.
He's getting hit and he's taking off the ball. I'm like, bro, you just got rocked. Like,
you talk about blocking, Mark. Like you want dog. This is a dog. I just want to make known that Terrell Owens, who's probably the most dog of 49 wide receivers we've ever seen, went in the 3rd round. There's guys out there, man, that come in with chips on their shoulder and they just come in the ball. I like this pick, bro. You did a great job with this pick, man. I didn't expect it. I wasn't expecting this pick. I thought you was going to go O-line. But you know what? There's some guys you can get in the 7th round in the O-line, right? There's some guys you can get in there in the 7th round. So I definitely like this pick, man. Let's get to the 7th round because we are in the 7th round as we speak. This is our first pick in the 7th round coming up. So far, just a quick recap. Marco, you have drafted CeeDee Lamb, Ross Blacklock, David Asasi, Reggie Robinson II, and Courtney Davis, wide receiver out of Texas A&M. Look, they gave you an A+. Yo, you sitting with 3 A+s and 2 A's. These fans could smack. You can smack them when you finish with this show, yo, because you're doing great on the grades, man. Let's keep this up, man. Don't give me no B's. You ready?
Let's try. All right, let's go ahead and go. Let me go ahead and check out.
How about we see what's best remaining?
Yeah, best remaining.
You might got a trick for somebody. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, they got AJ Green is there too out of Oklahoma State. I like that kid. All right, wait. So you got some best remaining. You got some cornerbacks. You got we don't need a punter. There's a quarterback there, man. You ever thought about drafting a quarterback? There's a few quarterbacks that are available. You got your guard Trey Bauer out there out of Missouri. Now, sir, I'm not huge on guards, man. So you got to make sure that these guards you talking about, man, I hope they fit the scheme, yo, because if they can't get out there to pull and zone scheme and open create space, they ain't for this team. So
for me, I don't think this guard class is really weak.
Yeah, like if you didn't get him early in the draft, I think you're gonna have to find somebody that you hope will develop into what you're trying to do.
Let's go ahead and let's check out the offensive tackles. I don't think we need one, but I want to see who's there because you can have value there. You know what I mean? Like I do think Justin School is the future at left tackle. People are gonna be like, I'm waiting for the comments because people are gonna be like, no. But hey, man, Justin School played hell of a season for the 4 or 5 games he was in. I don't know how many games he was in, but he played hell of a season. I went to go watch his film. All he needs to do is add play strength, and I think we're fine.
All right, man. I agree. Here are the tackles we have available: Alex Givens, Blake Brandel, Brandon Bowen, Cameron Clark, Cole Chewins, Colton McKivitz, Darren Paulo, Jared Hilbert, Scott France, Terrence Steele. I tell you right now, Scott France is my guy out of Kansas State. But go ahead. Who you got?
I think I'm gonna go corner, man. I'm gonna go corner.
You're gonna double up on the corner position?
Yeah, double up on the corner position. I mean, I don't know what I have in Tim Harris.
Good, man.
What other
history? You don't know.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
So I mean, what other corners do I have? I need someone I'm gonna at least have on the roster when the season's over. You know what I mean? So I do like Tease Tabor. I mean, I have to look at his film a little bit more.
Your boy Taylor's there, man, out of Florida State.
Man, yeah, we're in the 7th round.
It's your first pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cornerback, man.
All right, hold on. The pick is in.
I'm gonna go ahead and go cornerback out of Florida State, Levante Taylor.
All right, I like this pick, man. They got him playing 2 positions too, free safety and cornerback. So I like this. Reminds you of Jimmy Ward. All right, bro, talk to him, man. Tell us about this pick.
Hold on, let me go and pull up my notes, dog, because I like to be able to look at my notes when I'm.
Say less.
Well, I want to see what grade did I get on him real quick.
All right. So you got an A for this.
Okay, we staying with the A's. So I think his let me find him real quick.
Here's the cool thing, man. Kyle Shanahan likes players that can play multiple positions, man. And the fact that he can be a dual at free safety or he can play at the cornerback position, this gives him a chance to get more burn on the 49ers defense. You know what I mean? Like, so you might see him in a dime package. You may see him in a quarters package. Like, who knows what type of packages we may run that you might see this particular player come in. But I do know that he tackles. I can tell you that. I know he's a tackler, short-found tackler, plays well in press man. You know, and it's funny because a lot of college DBs don't play press like that. It's not like a typical type of D. They, you know, guys are fast, so they give him space and cushion so that they can catch up. Nah, man, this guy likes to jam at the line of his scrimmage, and he's big. Like, what's his height? I think he's 6'1", 6 feet.
No, he's a shorter guy. I want to say he's like 5'10", 5'11".
Is he 5'10"?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me go ahead and double check for you, man. I usually don't write down their height and like weight. If you could ball, you can ball, man.
I hear you. I just know that
I don't.
Yeah, man. So he is 5'10". He's a shorter guy. Maybe a nickelback, right?
See, for me,
playing
he converted to safety. He converted to safety last year, and I really liked him playing safety a little bit better than corner, but he has that corner ability. So he kind of reminded me of Jimmy Ward in the
Yeah,
sense that he's
that's what I
solid.
said. Yeah,
He's solid. Like now, I could have him go like let's for example, let's say for some reason Kwan Williams goes down. He could step in and play the slot corner.
there you go.
He could step in and play the slot corner. He could play the boundary corner.
This the
He
love you're getting from the people out there, man. The fans like this pick, man. You better go ahead and do your thing, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Hey man, just doing what I do, going off of my homework, man. Just going off of my homework.
Yeah, man. Guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Thank you so much, Nate, for sitting there and talking, man. Make sure you guys are liking this, man. This is a fan interaction show. We're doing a live mock draft. We're going to be bringing these to you like daily, pumping these joints out like clockwork. So if you guys feel like you want to get on the show, make sure you sit there. You can inbox me at Twitter. You can email me to my email at Nothing But Niners. I think it's Wayne at nothingbutniners.com. I'll be happy to get you on. But Joe, Marco was killing this joint right now, man. And you know how I know he's killing it? Because his grade says so. You know what I'm saying? Like the grade is saying so. So that's dope right there, man. Plus, I'm agreeing with you on a lot of these picks. We got, one pick left in this draft?
Yep.
We're down to our last pick. You have not addressed the offensive line. You might not want to address the offensive line. We definitely signed a few guys to 1-year tenders. So that might not be something you feel like you need to do in this draft. There's other positions that may need attention, like the edge. We might need to get somebody to back up, D Ford, and have somebody that has that skill set to come off the edge when D Ford is not in. So what are you thinking, man? Where are you going with the 31st pick in the 7th round?
Let's go best value remaining real quick, just so I can see who's there.
Best value remaining coming right up. All right, man. We got some guys available. Okay. Let's see. You got DTs, you got quarterbacks, you got some kickers available. Still got wide receivers on the board. Running backs, dude out of Cincinnati, not bad. You already addressed the tight end position, if I'm not mistaken. Patrick Taylor from Memphis is there at running back. Where do you think the 49ers go with this particular pick? Where do you want to go with this particular pick?
Let's go DN. Let's go see who DNs that are there, man.
Now you're thinking, bro. Now you're thinking.
I was kind of had an idea.
Yeah, man. Me and my boy Dre, we got this guy that we're hoping is available late, but I think cats are starting to see him out of North Dakota, and I don't see him on here. So,
damn, my guy's off the board too. Who I was looking for the 7th round. Hey, can you type in the name? Is there like a name bar search?
I don't think there's a name bar search on this. I'll check back at the beginning. I think they have a pool of players that are in there. You see how you can't search for a name?
Yeah, I was looking for the homie out of South Carolina. Man.
Oh, well, we can go back through the joint and see if he was drafted, but that'd be a lot of lists.
Let's go DN real quick. Let's still go stay at DN.
Okay.
It needs to be addressed. Is that Tipa Galilea?
Yep, that's him out of Utah State.
I know I watched him and I was taking notes on him yesterday. Let me look at my notes so I can see make sure I know who I was watching. Yeah, I know who I'm going.
All right, man. Let me get the sounds going. The pick is in. And for the last pick, who do you have?
We're going defensive end out of Utah State, Tipa Galilea.
All right. Man, I'm just looking at his projected grade, man, from the combine. I'm just gonna read off some of his strengths, man. He's an explosive athlete. He has very long arms, uses length and speed. Like now, so that's key. So I like this because this is a guy you feel like is going to sit there and compete, or not compete, but compete. You know, for that DN spot. He definitely can be a spell to probably someone if he, his game is good to someone like D Ford on the speed side of the Y9. His that's a good pick, man. What do you got on him? Fast feet, excellent footwork.
So this is when I was taking notes. This is what I took on him. I put explosive. I put he's fast feet. I put dangerous spin. He has a nasty counter. And his closing speed on the quarterback is great. Like if you're there, he's gonna close on you. At the end of the day, we need someone to replace D Ford. You did mention earlier how D Ford has knee tendonitis. When I was watching him, I was like, wow, like this guy, if he's taking like in the 6th, 7th round, he could turn into somebody really good. He has the long arms. His arm length is 33 and 5'8", so he has pretty good long arms. He is slim. He has a slimmer lower body. But it's the same thing with D Ford. He turns power into speed, and it's something that I think is pretty much it's essential to have. Is D Ford is who else rushes the passer on the 49ers at defense's end besides D Ford and Nick Bosa?
Yeah, you know who
Ronald Blair. That's the only one else, like the only other person I can think of.
Correct, but I see Blair still being on the Bosa side. You know who he reminds me of?
Who's he remind you of?
When we were in the 3-4 system, 49ers outside linebacker Julian Peterson.
Okay.
This is the guy that I see fits a role like that, but putting him back into the 3-4, having him on the end at that speed side. With those long arms, he could potentially be a good person to stunt with, right? Remember Aldon Smith with the long arms? I mean, he just used the arms and that spin move, right? I mean, like, come on, I'm not comparing him to Aldon Smith, but this might be a great pick, man, at this position, yo. This might be a good pick. You got
what grade did we get on too? What grade did we get on? I'm pretty sure it wasn't an A, but what grade did we get on?
You got a B+ on that one.
I'll take it.
And I'll take it. I don't understand how your overall grade is a C+. Like I don't see any C's in this whole thing.
That's what I mean about how they grade. It's like they give you an A on a player, but then the overall draft. Well, I know what it is. It's because I didn't address the needs that they think.
And I don't think we made any trades.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There were so many trades that were available to where you could have got more capital, blah, 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 whatever like that. But, I mean, if we go ahead and sit there and give you your overall grade and we go ahead and factor in the 90s with that 189 or whatever like that, you're definitely in the A range, man. So I think you did a great job on this particular draft, yo.
Thank you. I do think we don't need to address you earlier. You're like, oh, should we address O-line? I don't think we really need to address O-line. We have Daniel Brunskill can play guard. We're bringing back Ben Garland. We're bringing back Justin Spool. Sean Coleman's coming back healthy. Our whole line is coming back. I mean, there's no really reason to pick anyone up unless we're looking for a center. But Ben Garland showed that he could hold it down. You know what I mean? So I don't have any words with our offensive line. I do think they're going to get better as time goes. Niners replaced the weak link on the offensive line. I mean, I hate to say it, but Mike Parsons was the weak link on the team. They got rid of him.
Yeah, man. I think this is a solid pick. I'm definitely addressing the edge in this draft for a few reasons. I mean, D Ford, big contract next year, this year. Like, maybe we could find his replacement in this particular draft, giving him a seat under the D Ford. D Ford's coming back healthy too, by the way, y'all. So don't think he is going to be a slouch or anyone or a step slower or anything. If anything, he's going to be more magnificent than he was last year. This is not a shot at D Ford, but you always are looking ways to improve your team and always looking for ways to keep that machine rolling. You know what I'm saying? If you have a mold of how you want your team to be, then you want to make sure you're refilling the mold with those same type of players with those same type of skill sets. All right, guys. So, I definitely think this addressing the edge is cool. My guy, personally, is out of North Dakota. I was hoping he would have been there. I think he's been getting talked about so much by me and Dre. Like, his name done shot up, and he probably going in the 3rd round now. I got to check the draft report to see where he went. But kid's a beast. Definitely like this kid. Gonna watch some film on him out of Utah State. I don't think we drafted a Utah State guy since Alex Smith. I or that was
No,
Utah.
that was Utah.
Yeah, so I don't even think we've been in this uh particular thing. But again, like you guys say, don't pay attention to the school, pay attention to the player. You're absolutely right, because the kid out of North Dakota State is a baller. Here's the thing, man. I think you did a solid, super solid draft. Better than solid draft, man. And I truly appreciate you for being on here, man. We told you guys we were gonna bring you an hour show. Shout out to my man Marco. Make sure you follow Marco at Marco Football 16 on Twitter, man. Make sure you give this kid a follow, yo. He is a die-hard 49er fan, and he loves bringing you guys.
Man, check this out, man.
Uh-oh.
You hit me up. I had just waken up, man. I'm still in the Niner jammies, bro.
I see the PJs, yo. I saw him. And I'm like, yo, this kid is definitely on it, man. And I love your tenacity, man. I love the impact that you bring to the Nothing But Niners family, man. Keep up the great work. We truly appreciate you. Can't wait to have you on again, man. We're going to go ahead and chop it up. You got any final thoughts before we take this show off the road?
At the end of the day, I want to say, like, when we go into the draft, don't look for the sexy pick overall. I mean, a lot of fans like to go and looking for the sexy pick. You have to have a player who could fit your system, could fit your scheme. At the end of the day, like when Bill Belichick, he never goes for the sexy pick. He goes for someone who fits his team, is going to be able to fit right into that locker room. And that's what I think with the Niners, with John Lynch being mentored by Bill Belichick, I think what the Niners are kind of going after. They haven't really been going after the sexy pick. They went offensive tackle, Mike McGlinchey. That wasn't a sexy pick. But look how he's turned out. So it's like things like that. Don't look for the sexy pick. Look at the player for who he is and how he fits our team.
Yeah, man. I truly agree with that, man. It's not about sexy picks, man. It's about selecting the right pick for the right fit at the right time. All right, man. Guys, we truly appreciate you guys for tuning in to our Power Lunch Hour show. Shout out to my man Marco, man. Truly appreciate you, man. We're gonna get this show off the road, man. All right, man. Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, brother.